him. This is what you're going to start to play with. Now, we either can stop here and you play, or I show you two more things.
More things.
Yeah, I knew you guys would do that. Now, we're going to teach a tendon release. The best area on the body to handle just direct pressure, because you couldn't do it here because of where it's at, but is the hamstring tendon. All you got to do is put a flat forearm with the angled elbow down. And you guys are familiar with Golgi tendon organs?
Yes.
Okay. You understand the reflexive concept of a Golgi, a GTO?
Yes.
It's reading a different force and mass of tension, and it sends an inhibitory message to let go. So your force, it thinks it's under attack or something, and it has to relax. Now, how do you know it's ready to take the tendon and respond? You don't know unless it doesn't respond. If in fact it feels rubbery and recoily, it's not going to work. This side is working. Then I would, because it's accepting the compression, I would hang, we'd wait. That should be, right now that's probably only a 2 to 4, is that correct?
Pressure? Well, how much is the pressure?
Joy?
3.5.
Perfect. If it wasn't working, he'd feel it as a 1 or 2, and when it lets go, he'll feel it probably as a 5 or 6. Now, it's not going fast. I'm going to leave him one-sided because someone's going to work on him, but already feel what the tendon's done to the muscle. Now, you feel muscle, right? Press and tell me, please tell me this is more relaxed than that. Yes? All right.
Compared to Luigi's Teko's method where you go on rubbing too much.
Yeah, I'm going to start. I do some activity, but not much. I'll show that in a moment. Now, the reason it's not letting go is the sacrotuberous ligament is tight on this human being, unnaturally tight. Now, do you know how to palpate the sacrotuberous ligament? Yeah, a few yeses and a lot of no answers. Okay. I'm going to make an assumption that I'll teach how to palpate the sac tube because you need to know. Now, the beauty of the sac tube is the gluteal is a muscle that you can press into, but the moment it holds you really out, it's like a tightrope. It's under the muscle. See, then I can slip in, ligament, slip in, although I wouldn't call that a slip in. His muscle is so tight. So normally I would do the ligament next. But however, bring me back my chair, please. I'm going to teach you, which is what I need to get photos on and include. So grab my phone camera if he's happy with his butt being
exposed.
Yeah. And someone's going to snap some shots of this with hand positions. Arvin, how's that sound? All right. So I'll have to get into it. It probably won't turn on yet. So let me get through this code, yeah. Okay, so we're camera ready. Now, this is, believe it or not, how we're going to do the breasts. Okay, this is a muscle mass. Now I have a little ditty I always go. 3 planes, right? Does it go up or does it go down? Which is ease, right? It's going to do a fulcrum here. It goes up. Does it go in or does it go out? It goes in. How does it go round? Does it go up? Does it go down? Does it go in? Does it go out? How's it go round? This is for the totally people that do not want any clinical significance to anything. And now I hang out because his poor gluteals have been tight forever. Here's the release kicking through now. You won't feel that straight away. But I've been doing it for 30 years, so I'm on a different perch than you are with this, okay? Now, he likes me holding it though, don't you? Yeah. Captain, oh my captain. The late Robin Williams. I miss that boy. My generation. Oh, yeah. See, I'm only holding on because it still feels like it's doing activity. And his body's going, please don't let go. Now I'm going to take my hand off a second and let him renegotiate. Now he's actually getting breathing happening through there. Now, see, the glute is not on the line, is it? The intersections aren't on the line, but I'm teaching you a more hybrid form of doing the work, so clinically you are doing things more quickly than just go, how do I figure this line? How do I figure this line? How do they relate? This is where the speed will come. Now, you can see that's moving better, and now there's the softness in the muscle, there's the ligament, and there's the more softness. See, the fascia was holding out any clarity for palpation. Now feel the difference there and feel the difference here with the fascial technique.
Visibly, it's evident.
It's more spongy.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be more spongy. Proof's in the pudding. Okay? It's got to taste good. It's got to eat good. It's got to be good. If I bake a cake that doesn't taste good, you're going to smack it back in my face or throw it out. You might be polite and tell me it was wonderful, and then go out the door and go, that's the worst cake I ever ate. It's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now I can do the ligament, and then when I go back to the tendon,
We can.
yeah, see, and I'm not doing one thing and moving on and being done. You're already seeing I'm circling back through my techniques on the line because that's clinical. You have to. You can't get it done in one technique. Let's do his ligament. Now, I have a strum technique I use for the ligament. So the variable on the ligament is very different than well, there's a press and there's a direction, but now there's a speed to the press and direction that's not on the tendon and not on the fascia, but the ligament receptors like this kind of motion. And now I can, and because it bifurcates there, I can do it there. This will suit your temperament. In fact, the ones that just want to do ligaments for the rest of their career and never slow down, you've got a tissue that loves you. Okay? Muscle, nah. Fascia, no. Tendons, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And that's what the tendon's doing when you do that. But the ligament goes, I understand you completely. In fact, yes, keep it up. That's the variable difference of the soft tissue. That's what I'm teaching you, principles.
Yeah.
See, you learn that now as a beginner, you're going to be much more effective than the old timers who didn't really get that clarified, that you had to discover on your own.
True.
You know? I mean, really. Now, oh, you're feeling that one, aren't you? Yeah. Holy moly. That's a big one. He's look at him. He's moving stuff. Back line. Front line. Now, he's still, see, that's reorganization. That's integration. That's his body and him going, what's going on? I can feel something. I'm feeling something different than the state. Huh? He's what?
They said a lot different.
Yeah. Now, okay, let me check the tendon again. Boom, I'm in deep now. It's let me go deep. What's my pressure?
How much is the pressure? 5.
See, that's deeper than it was before. There's the now, and now, as you were asking, like Stecco, now I'll put some movement on it. Why? Because it's going to respond to the activity. If you only know how to do tendons, you would have done that sooner. But see, I don't need to do it sooner. I've cleared tissue. I cleared fascial tissue and ligament tissue so the tendon can respond. This is relationship, folks. This isn't just I do it the way I want to do it. It's about reading, there it goes, reading tissue. Give him a moment.
When you say that you go deeper and then add some movement, what movement? You want like traction?
No,
tension.
stimulation on the tendon. Literally just up and down on it. The mechanical receptor is responding to that activation of technique. You are dealing with mechanical receptors, sensory.
So I would like to give a feedback about this thing. You have applied the same pressure, but the thing that I was feeling was previously 3 and now 5. Just because you have released the...
That's right. That's right, Joy.
That is what actually-
Now we reassess.
The pressure
So
was the same, exactly the same.
it was exactly
But
the same pressure.
feeling is different.
But the
When you
feeling is different. He is the perfect candidate for what I'm trying to teach you. That's exactly what I want you to be able to discover. That's the nuts of bolts of today's work. Go back, fascia's different, tissue's starting to move that didn't. We've got motion in the ankle, and because we didn't do that side, feel the difference in that.
Even this is different.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Take some motion on that. You'll feel it. That's backline work. I have done no treatment to the ankle. That movement is a byproduct of all this midline work. That's what you got to learn. You learn that, it changes your clinical life. Your lives are going to be professionally changed this weekend. Seriously, if you can play with this. I mean, because you're going to go back, and the people that are doing exactly the same thing, trying to get, and you're doing this different, and they're going to go, wow, I feel different. Now, that's a good place to put a break on and get you on the tables, and I guide you. That's the body of learning, front, assessing, and back, and that's alone right now is, you've paid the price of admission at day one. Okay, you master that. Because now let's get you up and have him do the motion.
Yeah.